The Link Show is just about to start. If you want to be a part of The Link Show, head over to linkkids.com.au/live.
Today on The Link Show, we're continuing our Christmas series, learning all about the wise men.
Wise men, Miguel.
Wise men,
they
Cece.
listen to the questions and pick the perfect present.
Ha ha, all that and more. Let's
get linked.
Big.
And we're back, week 4 with our Christmas theme.
Yeah,
Cece,
get it.
you know what that means.
It
know what that
means
means.
it's cracker time!
Cracker time, yes it is. Are you ready?
1, 2. Oh, I got
Oh my
one.
goodness, I think that might have been mine that flew
Ooh, do you
out.
smell that?
I'm gonna put Gingy down for a second.
That yours?
It's a golf tee.
Do you play golf?
I actually do play golf. Fun fact,
Done.
Miguel, I play golf. What do you have?
I have no idea.
That's a fish.
It's a fish, but what do I do with the
Oh, I'll
fish?
throw it away, not gonna lie. What's your joke?
Okay, it's actually Christmassy this time.
Mine too. But you gotta say yours first, please.
Okay, I'm ready. Are you ready? Who delivers presents to baby sharks?
Who?
Santa Jaws.
Ah, that's a pretty good one, actually, not gonna lie.
What action
Okay,
needs a hat?
you ready for mine? You
I'm
ready for
good.
mine?
Ready.
What is the greatest Christmas present in the world?
I don't know, Miguel.
A broken drum, because you can't beat that.
Dun.
Ba-dum-psh.
Terrible.
Anyway, remember on Wednesday, Buckle is doing a brand new episode, The Link Crew and you. He will be reading all your shout outs. Also, please send in more jokes. We need them desperately. And we've loved all the ones you've sent so far. Buckle has been telling us
So
and we are
good.
cracking up with
So
laughter.
funny.
It's so funny.
Anyway, guys, how about you head over and check out Preach Part 1.
Okay, so we're coming up to the end of the Christmas story. There's still 2 more weeks after this that we're going to have a bigger look at the whole Christmas picture. But right now we're looking at the wise men. If you've ever seen a Christmas nativity, either at a church or at a Christmas carols, you've got the wise men that come and bring gifts to Jesus. So we're going to take a look at that in just a moment. But before we get to that, I want to talk about a bit of a strange word that you might have heard called worship. You see, if you go to church like I do, you might hear someone on stage say, let's sing the worship songs. Or, that usually just means we're singing some of the slower songs. That's what they mean when they say that. But worship is actually so much more than that. And so I want to tell you a little story to help you understand what worship is. I remember when I was at school, I went with my pocket money and I bought a Game Boy. Now, I don't know if any of you know what that is. We're going to chuck a picture on the screen. Mine was specifically the Game Boy Advanced SP. It was a little square brick and you'd fold it out and you could play video games on it. And so one day it was the end of the term, and so we were allowed to bring our devices to school on this specific day. So you weren't allowed to take them every other day, but you could take them on this day. And so I'm sitting there playing the original Mario game, having heaps of fun on my Game Boy. I felt so special because everyone was standing around me. They didn't have one yet, and they thought I was super cool because I had a Game Boy. It was really cool. But here's the thing, my very best friend came over and sat next to me, and he watched me play for a couple of minutes, and then he said, "Hey Buckle, can I have a go?" So then instantly in my head, I didn't say it out loud, the first thought I had was, no, how dare you ask to play my Game Boy? This is my Game Boy. I'm not gonna share this with anybody else. I paid for it. I want to play with it. And then instantly I had this thought in my head, what's more important to me? Is my Game Boy more important to me, or is my friend more important to me? You see, I had to make a decision in that moment what I was going to put as more important in my life. Now, I did make the right choice. I gave the Game Boy to my friend to play because I realized that he is more important to me than what my Game Boy was. You see, every day we have to make choices about what we think is more important to us. Is it our friends? Is it our things? Is it our sport? Is it reading? What is more important to you? But how about this question? What is the most important thing to you out of everything? Take a few moments and think about what that is. Maybe for some of you, the first thought you have is your family. They're the most important thing. Maybe for some of you, it's your friends. That's the most important thing. You see, the reason I asked that question is that's all that worship is. It's when you make something important in your life even more important than yourself. And so a little later on, we're going to take a look at the wise men and how they worshipped Jesus, and also how you and I can worship Jesus this Christmas as well. But we'll talk about that in a few minutes.
And we are back again
Yes.
with the game Pick the Perfect Present.
I'm excited.
Now, we're going to explain the game again for those who are just, tuning in right now.
Or if you need a bit of extra help.
But the rules of the game is pretty much our producer will be reading out a scenario or a situation, and we have to pick the perfect present for that person.
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Are you ready? I'm ready.
Your ears on.
I've been ready all week. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Aurora loves all things Disney princesses, and her biggest dream is to one day visit them at Disney World. Her best friend Sarah can't afford to take her because she's only 10 and has exactly $32 in her piggy bank.
Fair.
What can she get Amanda within her budget so that she feels like a Disney princess at home?
Okay,
I
got
got
it.
it. I got it.
No,
Ready?
I got it.
Oh, that's not how you spell that.
Oh, get your spelling check.
There we go. You ready? I think I've got the perfect present. Oh, yes.
Yes?
One. All right, Cece, what would you get?
Hold on, before we talk about it, because I feel like we need to answer this question.
We need to answer this question.
Who is your favorite Disney princess?
I'm gonna go modern times.
Okay,
And say Princess Elsa because
Yeah.
of her ice powers,
They
and
are
she also
pretty
got
cool.
some pretty bomb songs,
She
pretty good.
does have some bomb songs.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah.
I think I would say, for the similar reason, Moana, because her songs are ace as
we're
well.
sticking with the recent
I'm going
princesses.
recent.
But if we're going classic, Princess Jasmine for sure.
Absolutely, I do have to agree. All right,
So,
you ready?
show. Yes. Please show us yours first.
A Disney princess costume.
You know what's crazy?
What?
I said the exact same thing.
So was it the perfect present?
It's the
we got the
perfect
perfect present?
present. And maybe she can buy one, I don't know, for herself as well, so they can both be princesses.
Maybe imagine like Elsa and Anna. If you agree with us, cool. If not, what is your perfect present? Can you send it in to Buckle and he'll read it out on Wednesday for the Link Crew and you.
But right now, why don't we check out today's animated Bible story?
Say hello to Jesus, the Son of God, the Savior of the world. And when Jesus was born, he was born in a barn, wrapped in cloth and laid in a manger. Jesus was born in a town called Bethlehem, in a land called Judea. Now the ruler of this land was a man named Herod, and he was in another city called Jerusalem. But while he was there, some wise men who had traveled from the east came to him and said, "Where is the newborn king, the one who will be the king of the Jews? We saw his star in the sky, and so we've come to worship him." But when Herod heard that there was a new king born in Judea, he became angry. Herod gathered all of the important Jewish leaders and priests and asked them, "Where is this king meant to be born?" They replied, "We've always been told that the new king would be born in Bethlehem." And so Herod came up with a plan to trick the wise men to find out where Jesus was. He called the wise men into a private meeting and said, "Go to Bethlehem, search for the new king, and when you find him, come back and tell me where he is so that I can go and worship him too." But secretly, Herod wanted to go to Bethlehem to get rid of Jesus. And so the wise men traveled from Jerusalem to Bethlehem, and in the sky, the star that they had seen led the way, and it stopped over the house where Jesus was staying. They went inside and saw Mary and baby Jesus. They knelt down and worshipped him. They gave him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Later on, while they were sleeping, God spoke to them in a dream about Herod and told them to travel home via a different road. And so that's what they did. An angel also appeared to Joseph in a dream. The angel warned him that Herod wanted to hurt Jesus and said, "Get up and take your family to Egypt. Stay there until Herod is no longer king." And so that very night, Joseph, Mary, and Jesus traveled to Egypt. They stayed there until Herod was no longer king and then traveled back to Judea. Then an angel warned them that because of the new king, Herod's son, it wasn't safe for them to go back to Bethlehem. So instead, they made their home in a place called Galilee. And this is where Jesus grew up to become a man. The thing I love about this story, these wise men make a decision not to just travel to the next town. They traveled a great distance. They saw this star in the sky signifying that a new king had been born, and they made a choice. We are going to make this king more important in our lives than us. Yes, it's inconvenient to have to travel multiple days or weeks or months, however long it took. It would have been uncomfortable not being able to sleep in their normal bed, but on the road, sitting potentially on the back of a camel, up and down, day after day, carrying all of their gear with them. They went out of their way, and eventually they find Jesus. And the Bible says they worship him. You see, them worshiping Jesus was as simple as them with their actions saying, Jesus, King, you are more important in my life than me. And so they gave him gifts to honor him and to celebrate him. But they did this act to show Jesus, you are the most important person in our lives. And you see, this Christmas, we've got a lot of things that are going to be happening. You might be opening presents, you might be eating food, you might be hanging out with your friends and hanging out with your family. And all those things are amazing and they're important. And I'm going to be doing all of those things as well. I probably will eat too much food, let's be honest. But to me, the most important thing this Christmas is Jesus. And so I'm going to take time to worship him. That's where I take a moment and say, Jesus, how do you want me to live my life? I want to live your way. I want you to be the most important person in my life. I put you first. That's all worship is. It's when we put Jesus first. So that's our big point. That's what I want you to think about this Christmas. I want you to find a way in your speech and in your actions to make this decision to put Jesus first.
We have had so much fun in our Christmas series, but some of you guys are going on school holidays.
But that's okay because we still have another 2 weeks left of The Link Show and you can always view it online.
So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's here on the screen.
And you know what? I think we actually found the perfect present today.
I agree. Nailed it.
We both got it, right?
Nailed it.
Nailed it. But anyway, I'm Miguel.
I'm Cece.
And we'll see you next time on
The Link Show.
See you later, everyone. Bye.